Hello friends, welcome to my channel. Today's violin lesson will be on the Concertino in G major by Huber. And this is a very, very beautiful piece, very expressive piece, has many contrasting sections, and it's not an easy piece to teach here online. It's better in a masterclass situation, but I'll do the best I can to share, because there's a lot of expression in this, and it depends a lot also on the accompaniment, who your accompanist is. And when I recorded this not too many years ago, I hadn't played it with piano before, and it really opened my eyes to a lot of things that needed to be done to fit with the piano. Whereas if I was playing it solo unaccompanied, as I just did for you, there's different ways we can do it. So I'll try to, show you some of these things as we go through it. Let's take a look at it. One sharp. One sharp would make me think G major. Yeah. Look at the last note, the last chord of the piece, G major. And C, common time, 4/4, 4 beats measure. Allegro moderato. Allegro could mean fast, could mean just bright, but moderate. So moderate. We don't want to go too fast. And of course, you're going to find that I probably play this a little slower than most people, because that's my nature. Being an older musician, I like to take more time with things and express and enjoy it. Excuse me. So the beginning of the piece, we have very, very expressive to start with. Now it's obviously, it seems to be that the first bar is crescendo, second bar would have a diminuendo. So we've got basically 2 bars crescendo diminuendo, the next 2 bars crescendo diminuendo, with that G having a little more accent. The diminuendo is not marked at the part. I never marked it myself. I'll mark it right now, so I'll remember. There's got to be 2 hairpins, basically. And then finally we get to the next line. And of course, it's natural. Start softer, make it crescendo. It says mezzo forte to start with. I'd say whatever's comfortable. That's sort of a mezzo piano, soft. The softer I start, the more expression I can give. Back to piano. Start piano again. Now we've got 2 Fs here. We could just play them. That's very lovely, but how about... See, that's a little more artistic, where we shift to 3rd position with a little slide. If we want, we could do a little drag off on that 2nd finger, or we could play it clean. See, that's what's so wonderful about violin. We can make everything beautiful. We can make everything special depending on how we feel inside. See, there's another one. We can play it extremely beautifully in 1st position, but we can also add extra. And all the time we're doing these dynamics. There's a little crescendo rising and then falling, and then now that, I was just thinking as I played this in bar 19, how I was a little disappointed because the crescendo on a down bow, I don't know, I mean, that's the way I played it when I recorded it, but I'm wondering if I could play it. What happens if I split those 4? That's a really nice effect, where I split those 4/8, and in both those bars, in bar 19 and bar 20, I could really make a big climax there. See, I never even thought of that. I'm going to mark it into music myself. I played the piece many, many times, recorded it, but I never thought of that idea. That's what's wonderful. Classical music, you know, we have the same music, but we feel it. Like today, I feel different than when I recorded it. So, man, that's pretty cool. I like it. Now I'm staying in third position here. Oh yeah, and yeah, I did go to in 20. I could play. It's very nice. It's clean and all that, but shifting. Now it's just. And here I'm going over to fourth position. See, I call that fingering like an artist, okay? You're thinking outside the box. You're not just playing in first position. It's very nice. You play perfectly in tune and all that. That's good. But say something. It doesn't matter what you say something instead of just playing it straight. I mean, you could say a lot if you really exaggerate the dynamics, even in first position. But maybe you could do more if you do the shifting. So if I play. Now remember, I'm not just shifting for shifting practice, okay? I'm shifting because I want to say something more than just playing in a simple position, first position. So this is not particularly something I would necessarily ask one of my students to do if they're not advanced enough for this. I'm just sharing with you, what an artist would say, hey, that's my max expression for the time being. And maybe if I had a different fiddle, I'd do it different ways, but on this violin, that feels really good. Now come back to first position. I could play it like that. It strikes me I could also, let's see where. So I could go up on the D string. All right, so these are all just possibilities. Not the only way, not the right way or wrong way. None of that stuff. It's just how I feel it. It isn't necessarily how you feel it, but I'm just giving you ideas of different ways that you can finger and express. The main thing in this first section, make sure you pay attention to the dynamics, the rising lines and then the falling lines. Okay, now this next section starting at 30, it says a tempo. I'm not so sure about that because they put a tempo because there was a retard in the previous bar. But maybe this is a little faster. Doesn't have to be, but if you want to play a little faster, the music encourages that, with the 16th notes. Now, piano, forte, piano. And then back to piano here. They don't have that marked properly in the music. Should be piano with a crescendo. They have the crescendo. And then get to forte. So piano and right after the downbeat of bar 36. I like playing forte all the way through 37 to the downbeat and then subito piano. Another surprise. Then the forte, piano, forte. Again, now piano up here on page 2, bar 40. And I do a little slur because I didn't like the way the bowing worked out at the end of bar 41. Then and I do a diminuendo to piano. If you play it straight, Then you end up bow. It's okay, but I like the visual of this long fermata. There's a retard. It's really nice to end down bow. So if you want to do that, the way to figure that out is to put a little extra. So you end up in bar 41 up bow. So it's very easy to play that and have a nice effect. And then the next section, we're going into a 6/8, and there's always been question, how long is this little, anacrusis, this little upbeat? I put it in the tempo of the triplet. It could be, it doesn't, if it had a fermata, we could play a fermata, but we already have, and then we're going to do another F. I don't know. I prefer, my solution for this is just make it in the triplet tempo. Now, I definitely recommend here, don't play too fast, because the piano has a lot of stuff, and you'll be, having a pianist doing a lot of faking if you play too fast here. So I would say quite on the slow tempo. I have marked in my part 46 for a dotted quarter. I haven't checked that tempo, but I probably, when I recorded it, was pretty accurate. And of course, make note, we've gone to two flats, right? B flat major. And 6/8, six beats to the measure. It's definitely a feeling of 2, though. See that's a hairpin. I expanded the hairpin. They have it only on over one beat in the third bar, bar 46, 47. In bar 47, I expanded it into the next bar. The top of the line there on the D. Somehow we want to try getting a nicer position than just first. Many fingerings. So that's a nice where we end up on the G string with a harmonic. And then where it says largamente, now we could play this whole passage on the G string. Second position, fourth, replace, back to second. Now coming over, still fourth position, and then reach back, get the third. Let me play that passage for you again. It's a really, really nice passage on the G string. Now we come to bar 61. It says scherzando. Well, let's go a little faster, huh? And then back to the triplets in B flat. So that's a really nice passage. I'm starting it in third position, and now I reach back just a half step to F sharp, get to second position, and open, and then that makes it easy back to first position. That's a nice fingering. And then we're back to the slower tempo. So a little extra fancy stuff there. It's a little difficult shift here. B flat to D, it's a long shift to third. The harmonic and the slide. Now this is one of my favorite fingerings to have my students play, to get the fourth position. That's not an easy one. From F to C, third finger. So you see how all these little fingerings, they add just a little bit of extra interest to the music as we go. All right, now we're going on to this next section, back to like the tempo one. I like, as you probably noticed, I like playing on one. Instead of having two bows in that first bar, it's a nice effect. There's another one. This I didn't do the first time, I just feel that. Now there's a fancy fingering I came up with just for expression. Shift the second. Now take the third finger E flat. Third finger to G. Then first finger back. See, that's just, you don't have to play something like that, but that's how I feel it. And so, you know, whatever you say, something. Now we're going to the next section, and this is bar 99. And this one, I never figured this one out. It's wrong. Meno mosso. Slower? No way. This is più mosso. Faster, more moving. So this is going to be a faster section. Now this little passage, they have lines on it. I just think accents on every eighth note. Just that sort of sustained, but with accents, gives interest. There's many ways to play this. I think I played. You could play whatever moves you. It's all good. There's no right and wrong here. After we play, I'd say come down a dynamic. Come down to a little soft. It's a little cutesy stuff, right? I played legato on that. Now, forte. I like the retard. You could play it straight. I don't know how good it would sound. No, it needs some pullback because we've been playing pretty fast. And note here in bar 118, I'm pretty well already in the bridge. It fits really comfortably. So make sure you have that bridge. And then I like to play, so I get a little bit more vibrato. I shift the third position. And I actually marked in my part meno mosso. So this whole section a little slower. Because we've got a half note, that's a rest, and a half note, so. These are long notes. You can almost think having fermatas on both of the half notes here. All right, well, this was quite quite a lengthy discussion of this piece. I hope it's helpful for you, just to help expand your thinking about what you can do with this piece. It's a wonderful piece with all these different sections, contrast, duples, triples, faster sections, slower sections. It's really, really fun piece, extremely beautiful. I was really, really excited when I recorded it to really get to know the piece better and enjoyed it very much. Okay, so thank you so much for listening. If you liked the video, please give it a thumbs up. And if you haven't subscribed, please do. Love to see you back here for another lesson on my channel. Take care. See you later.